Welcome back to Twisted Stitches. My name is Tammie. How is everybody doing on this awesome, wonderful Friday? Friday, June 18th, 2020. Oh my gosh, I forgot to check as I came on. So today, I believe, is the 18th, and if it's not, forgive me. I will put it down here if it's not the right date. How's everybody been doing? How was your week? Did it go quickly and just kind of get over with, that work week and it's over with and yay, we're at the weekend. So, what has been going on with Tammie? Well, nothing's been going on with me. I've been okay. I've been here. I was here Tuesday. I finally did that little, I guess it would be a teaching tutorial, and I hope y'all liked it. I hope maybe you learned a little something from it. That was the point of my Tuesday Talks series that I am doing, and this past Tuesday was the second one, so yay, number 2. I don't have any questions or anything so far, so if there's something that you'd like me to discuss or talk about on Tuesdays or this upcoming Tuesday, let me know in the description box. Tuesdays I reserve for basically, well, what the title says, tips, tricks, and tutorials. I know, I like to make everything weird and tongue twisterish. That's just me. That's just my nature. Sorry, guys. So I don't have a super lot to show you this week, and I'm very, very sorry about that. Just a little update. I try not to be like, oh, I couldn't do this because this happened with my life. Everybody has life stuff going on, and I understand that. Last Friday, Tom got placed into the hospital again for his infection in his, well, now it's in his leg. His toe is clearing up very nicely, but wound care, well...
All right, backwards a little tiny bit, hold on.
May 14th, he went to his regular podiatrist. And his podiatrist says, I don't like the look of your leg, because his leg was swollen and he had run a fever the night before. And he was concerned about him having a blood clot. I don't know if I talked about this or not on the podcast. I'm sorry, I can't remember. It's been a blur lately. So on May 14th, he was admitted to the hospital, and he was there he got admitted, that was a Thursday, and he was there Thursday, Friday, and he was released Saturday. They did the whole pumping him full of vancomycin and Zosyn IV. They said that by Saturday he was doing much better and they can put him on oral antibiotics, so they were going to get rid of him. You know how they do. They try to move you along pretty quickly. That's fine. He came home, and although at first his leg seemed a lot better, it just didn't stay that way. It started puffing up again. It was getting very hard, and it looked like the infection was coming back. He had taken all his one oral antibiotic, and we called wound care, and wound care prescribed him another oral antibiotic, and he was on that for a couple of days. And then when he went to wound care, the doctor looked at him and said, dude, I don't know. I think you're going to have to go back. This was the Wednesday before. Not this Wednesday, the Wednesday before. So we were like, oh, geez, not again, But he said, well, give your new antibiotic, because he had just been on it a couple days. Give it another couple of days. I want you to come back here on Friday, last Friday, and we're just going to do a quick check. If I don't like the way it looks, you got to go back to the hospital. Oh, yay, great. So, of course, we did the smart thing and packed his suitcase with stuff that he needed and kind of got everything prepared for more than likely he was going into the hospital. Once the doctor says, you're probably going to the hospital, usually that's a good sign you are. So Friday early afternoon, the doctor looked at him and said, nope, sending you to the hospital. So he went back into the hospital and he was admitted, right away. The doctor set it all up and everything like that. And they started pumping him again with vancomycin and Zosyn IV. Whew, that is some strong, strong stuff. You know that. That stuff is crazy. So he was on that medication duo for up until Monday, I think Monday, like 3 in the morning, they stopped. And then they went and put him on an oral while he was there. So they wanted to see how his body was going to react being off of the vancomycin and everything and just on an oral antibiotic. So basically he has cellulitis, and what the doctor says, it's forever. So he just has to, wear compression, keep his legs elevated as much as possible, and we have to just kind of watch out for infections. So anyway, I said all that story, and I'm sorry about that, to say that unfortunately I don't have a ton to share with you. I do have a couple little things. The blanket, I only got 8 rows done this whole last week, which is nothing, so I'm not even showing that. I'm going to wait until that's closer to being done, or done. I'm hoping to finish it this week, because I do have a couple of things that I am going to show you. But because he was in the hospital and it's an hour away, so it's an hour there, an hour back with good traffic and no hang-ups or no having to stop at the store and things like that. And I didn't get much sleep. I did another hat for Hat Not Hate, and I practiced my Tunisian. Why did I do that? And I practiced my Tunisian crochet. So I hope everybody's doing well, and let me get on with the chlorophyll so I don't keep you here all day for just a couple of things. I talk too much. Sorry, guys. It's my nature. I'm a talker. So first, last week I had showed you, let me get it real quick. I had done this one for Hat Not Hate, and I just basically did double crochet, blah, 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 all that stuff. And I used the Premier Everyday Anti-Pilling worsted yarn. This stuff is the stuff I got at Joann's last year for $1.50, I think it was. And the color is Blue Heather. Gorgeous color. I love this. This is all that's left now of 2 skeins of this. And I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with this, because when I did try to knit with this, as I originally said in the last video, it kept splitting on me a lot. So I do want to crochet something. I just have to keep it kind of small. So I'll figure out something. Or if you guys have any ideas what kind of small crocheted item I can make with this, leave it in the comments below. I'd appreciate it very much. My brain is tired of trying to think of things lately. Okay, so I just made one of these kind of hats. So I did a chain of 41 to get 40 stitches, and I just half double crocheted all the way back, and then each row after that I half double crocheted in the back loop only to get that nice stretchy. I'm not going to put this on because it is a little bit snug. I made this one, instead of fitting more of an adult head, it does go on an adult size head. It does go on my head, but it's snug. So what I did is I just made it a little bit smaller. So if a younger child gets it, it should fit perfectly on a teenager who's, say, between the ages of 10 to 14 or 15, or somebody who has a smaller head. So that I wanted to make a couple that were a tiny bit smaller than full adult woman or adult man size. I wanted to kind of get a couple in there that were that. So this one's done. This is one that you can either wear like this and kind of wear it slouchy, and this does have a good drape to it, so it will sit like a slouchy hat for the kids, or you can roll it and make a beanie style. So that's another one for Hat Not Hate. We are up to 7. I forgot to look up. I know that the hats need to be there the beginning of August. I will put down here what day that they have to be into Lion Brand for them to be able to, have all the hats that they need for the Hat Not Hate project. So if you guys are still working on them like I am going to try to, by the second week of July, cutting it off, whatever I have, and I'll be shipping it out. I'll be shipping it out to Hat Not Hate to make sure it gets there on time. I figured if I give it 2 full weeks, it should be there in plenty of time. Fingers crossed, hopefully. So that was my first thing I completed, and I did this all while I was sitting in the hospital. And like I said, I didn't bring the blanket with me because it's just with 3 yarns and switching 2 back and forth, too much of a hassle, not enough room, too many people in and out. No, I wasn't going through that. So the only time I worked on that was when I had a few minutes here after I got home. And 9 times out of 10, I wasn't getting home until 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. By the time I left the hospital, drove all the way home, maybe stopped at the store or picked something up to eat for dinner or something like that. And then taking care of the dogs and everything I had to do, normal life, just taking a shower and stuff. I was exhausted, and I would only get like maybe 2 rows done and put it down, and that was it. Like I said, 8 rows. That's horrible. I have to finish. But I did bring, because the hat moved pretty quickly while I was sitting in there, I brought some cotton with me because I was going through my saved playlists or my saved videos. And one of the videos that just, I kind of looked through was Tony at TL Yarn Crafts. And I remembered I had saved, she had the 5 simple stitches for Tunisian crochet. And with that, I was like, you know what? I need to practice. I think I only made maybe one other thing a long time ago using the Tunisian simple stitch, and I hadn't done much practice after that. So, of course, when you're practicing anything, one of the better things to do is to make washcloths, dishcloths, or whatever. I mean, almost any crafter will tell you these are great because no matter how they turn out, if they're wonky, if whatever, it doesn't matter. You're only using it to either wash dishes or wash your body. It's no big deal. It's not on display. So I used Peaches and Cream in the color Blue Moon Ombre. And it's a real pretty colors. I like this. And I have, let's see, what kind of hooks are these? These are Susan Bates Afghan crochet, just Tunisian crochet hooks. They're not my favorite. They're slippery. There's no grip on them. Let me see. Can you see that? They're slippery. There's no grip on them. I bought 2 of these maybe 2 years ago in a H. Is it H hook that I bought 2? I know this one is a J hook. And this one, yeah, an H hook. I bought a 5mm and a 6mm. I figured I could do plenty of stuff with those 2. But I would like to get a set that has smaller hooks, but then has the cords instead. I like that. And I think Clover makes them, and I think I'm going to look into those. But anyway, I made this. I thought it was going to be a washcloth, wash my body, but for me, it's just too thick. For me, it's just too bulky. We're just going to put it that way. It's too bulky for me to use as a washcloth. But you can see here are the knit side, the knit stitch side, and then you got your little purl bumps. But it's really so, and I put 2 little, I should have done more. I chained 5. No. I chained 8 and then hooked them together to make these little hooks so I can hang it like this, because I don't like when stuff hangs like this and then it wraps into itself and then it doesn't really air out and dry. But I am now going to use this as either a pot holder or something to put a hot pot on. It's made out of 100% cotton. I can put hot stuff on it. I don't have to worry about causing a fire. And it is so nice and squishy thick. So this was the Tunisian simple stitch. But I figured I got to practice, get my tension just right, make sure everything's smooth. It was easy. But she has on that video, which I will leave a link in the description box, she has it's total of 5 stitches, but 3 of them I really like, and I'm going to practice them next. One is called the lattice stitch, then the other one is the diagonal lattice stitch, and then the honeycomb stitch. They were really gorgeous. I love the way they worked up, so I am going to be playing with that after I get my baby blanket done. So that's something I want to do. So what else do I have? I got some happy mail from a friend of mine. Her name is Barbara. You guys know Barbara. I see her commenting on so many of us crafters. You guys got to know her. Barbara Leanhard. She contacted me about, what was it, a couple of podcasts ago. I was wearing the skull scarf. I almost said that wrong. So I asked you guys if you knew of a nice, cool, lightweight yarn that I should use to make that skull scarf that I can wear in the summertime here in Florida, because it's just too hot. The other one was too scratchy, too itchy, and a little bit big and bulky. And I said, I think I want to make it with a lighter weight, smaller, thinner yarn, so I get little skulls, and I don't know, just for a fashion statement or just something to stick on and be different, whatever. So she sent me this nice little card. She got a hold of me and she said, I have some True Blue yarn and I did not care for it. It just, for her, it didn't work up too well. She said, I would love to give it to a good home and I think it would be great for your skull scarf that you want to do. And it's very lightweight. And she's in Florida also, so she knows what it's like here in the summertime. Even in the wintertime, sometimes you don't want a scarf, and you can even wear a nice light, you can wear t-shirts and shorts almost all year round here in Florida. So I was like, oh, yes, definitely, thank you, yes, and please, yes. So she sent it to me, and I got it the other day. I did open the package and everything. So she sent me 4 skeins of this beautiful, oops, I'm turning it wrong. Nope, that's the right way. 100% bamboo yarn, True Blue it's called. This color is called Tangerine, and it is considered a lightweight 3, but I almost would say a 2. It does remind me of a 2/8. As a matter of fact, if you go online, on Lion Brand it states it's a 3/8, but like on Joann's, it stated it was a 2/8. I don't know if there was a misprint or if, I don't know. I don't know why, to me, this looks like a 2/8 yarn. I don't know. What do you guys think here? Let me go like that. Maybe you can see that good. To me, that looks like a 2/8. It doesn't matter. I like it. I think, God, it is so squishy. I want to hug it and squeeze it, and I will call you George. Oh, I love it. It's 3.5 ounces or 100 grams, and there's 241 yards in this little guy right here. Look how cute he is. It is 100% bamboo from rayon. It's machine washable, lay flat to dry. And like I said, the color is tangerine. I do know somebody, Laura, who would love to have this. And I'm sorry, Laura, I am keeping this because I am going to make that skull scarf with this. And guess what? I don't know if Barbara knows this or not. I'll try to insert a picture right here. It's the color of my motorcycle. My motorcycle is orange pearl. So with my motorcycle, sometimes during the daytime, it just looks kind of like a creamsicle. And then at night, when the lights hit it, it kind of has a fiery orange look to it. And then sometimes during the day, it just, you could see the pearl flecks sticking out of it. So you get like, different colors when you look at it at different lights and different ways and stuff like that. So guess what? This is going to match my motorcycle. So I will be making that skull scarf. I will have to wait probably 2 weeks. So it'll probably be not next Friday, but hopefully the Friday after I will have the skull scarf done or almost done. And I'll be able to show you guys. So thank you, Barbara, so much. I love it. I absolutely love this stuff. So the other thing that came in the mail, it's not really happy mail, but I wanted to share this with you because I can say I'm a little bit perturbed, for sure. Remember how I told you that the person who wanted the blankets, the gingham blankets, after I gave her the pink one, she decided she wanted to change up and go back to like the original picture she had showed me, and she had asked, when she sent me the picture, she asked if I could do that type of blanket, and I told her yes, But then she had sent me that she just wanted the gingham blanket, yada yada, blah blah blah. But then when I gave her the pink one, she had said, could you do that one? And I said, okay, blah blah blah. And I had to find the pattern, because I can't tell what the stitches or how the stitches worked without a pattern. So I went online, and you couldn't buy it as a downloadable version. It had to be bought as a book or a magazine. Great, that's fine. Okay, great. I like getting magazines, especially stuff that has just some information in it, and it's stated, I believe, if I remember right, it stated something to the effect that it was a magazine with some of the tips and tricks, and then it had some pictures, and it explained how the blankets were made. Great, that's excellent. The magazine was $2.99, but with the shipping and handling, I believe I paid $7.99 or $8.99, something like that. So it was a good amount. So I'm expecting not a huge, thick magazine, but a magazine, something that's maybe this size, but maybe a little bit thinner than that. Great. And then I'll have other things in there, some ads, just stuff that I can look through and just go, ooh, ah, about. Open up the P.O. box. This is in here. And I looked and I was like, that cannot be the magazine. Maybe it's whatever. So I open it up. This is inside this. Are you kidding me right now? Are you absolutely kidding me? So I open it up. This is what I got in the mail for $2.99. And with shipping, it came to $8. $8. Yes, it has 5 patterns in it. I'm not going to really worry about showing you the patterns. So here is the blanket that she wants me to do, right here on this front page. It has another blanket inside here. That's real pretty. I think it's just shells. Yep, it's just shells. There's nothing real fancy about it, but that's pretty. So it has here how to knit and crochet so sweet baby Afghans, special instructions, abbreviations, and stuff like that on this page. Here it talks about gauge, crochet basics, post stitches, knitting basics, purl through the back loop, knit 2 together, slip 2, knit 1. Okay, so that's nice. It's got a little bit of help right there. And I guess if I really study it, it probably will help me. So then, I'm just going to quickly, here is the pattern for the blanket I'm going to be making. No real pictures, just the pattern. That's it. Here's the rest of the pattern right there. Then here's the wrap. Let's see. Here is Airy Dream to Crochet, shown on back cover. Oh, here we go. See, here's the other 2. So this one is number 3. Number 4, here's that one right there. That was see, this is, it makes it hard because you have to kind of go back and forth. This one here is this pattern here in knit. That's a knit pattern. And then the diamond lace to knit shown on back cover. So I guess this one here is the diamond lace. Oops, trying to get the diamond lace to knit right here. And then that. But basically, there are 14 small little pages in here. And I just showed you everything. So, I mean, I was pretty disappointed in this for $8. Either $8 or $9, I don't even remember. And I had to wait for this for over a week to come in the mail. Really? You're going to charge me $5 to go from Oregon to Florida for this. This is big. I don't see it costing that much. I don't know. I just don't see it costing $5 or $6 for that. It's light. It's super light. This isn't any heavier than like a nice big thick greeting card. So anyway, so I figured I'd just kind of get on here and just let you know that if you see this and you're thinking about purchasing it, see if you can't get it off of maybe Amazon and get free shipping, like put enough in your cart, or the Prime, see if it's available through Amazon Prime or something like that. And maybe you could pick it up for just a couple of bucks and send it to you. Just saying if. I don't think I recommend it. And especially because if you are a new crocheter, it reads okay. It reads easily, but there aren't any illustrated tips or tricks. I'll let you know when I start working on this blanket if there's anything in there that's just, a beginner is just not really going to be able to do it. I'll let you know about that. But I am surprised because I thought it was going to be you open it up, the picture of the blanket would be on one page, and then they would have the instructions, and then like if there were some weird things that you had to perform, that they would be like illustrated to help you, because it really does help when something like that is in a booklet or a magazine or any kind of instructions. It really does help. Thank you, Barbara, so very much. I love this and I can't wait to work with it. And that is all I have for today's podcast. I hope you guys can forgive me for not having the most wonderful podcast. I tried. Hopefully next week I will have the baby blanket completed and maybe even the knitted hat that I didn't even touch. That knitted hat is still sitting over there in front of me, staring at me saying, "Why didn't you make me?" And I said, "Because I don't have any time." So I hope you guys have a fantabulous weekend. I want to welcome all my new subscribers. Thank you guys so much for being here. All my regulars that are here every time I upload. Hi guys, thank you so much for being here. So if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section. Even if it is a comment for Tuesday's video, if there's something that you are looking for, a tip or a trick. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I will be seeing you very, very soon. And you all take care. Love you guys. Bye.